Look, it feels insurmountable all the time. I mean, there are days when I am reading the news and I literally have to put my phone down and I sob. Like, I just sit down on the floor and I sob because I know that people will die. A lot of people. That's unacceptable. In the nation that we live in, that is unacceptable. It is unacceptable that we are the only first world country on earth that doesn't have paid maternity leave. These things are unacceptable. But after I just sob it out, I remind myself that it's all steps. Like, a marathon runner puts one foot in front of the other and runs 26 miles. I can't run 1 mile. So there's clearly, there's a ways to go, but it's doable because they start running in the same way that I do. They just have a better plan of attack. And I think about it like that. You know, this is a marathon. Activism in the age of foreign interplay and just a general hot mess disaster is a marathon. And I call my representatives every morning. I spend 3 minutes on the phone. I say the same thing every day. I'm like, oh, hi, did you think it wasn't gonna happen today? Because I'm still here. You work for me. My taxes pay your salary. So this thing that you're doing, not okay. And we have to remind ourselves that that's the reality. These people work for us. They have to hear from us. We have to make the phones ring off the hook. Send faxes. You can still do that. There's websites that do that, and it's really fun. Just never stop. Inundate these people. We have more power than they want us to think that we do. And, you know, talk about paper bag bottom shelf, like these closed door meetings on what's gonna happen with the future of our lives. Like, they're not giving themselves this health care, they're keeping the ACA for themselves. Anyway, it's the kind of stuff that we have to be riled up about, and we have to be diligent, and it feels insurmountable, and it feels really scary, but it's actually really not that hard. 3 minutes a day, make some phone calls, write some letters, get together with your neighbors and in your communities and go to town halls and show up and speak up like nothing. I cry tears of like inspired joy and have hope for the future when I see those town halls on the news and I see the line of everybody in the neighborhood stretching out and down the block and around the corner. I'm like, we're showing up, you know? And we're starting, I think, to realize that a lot of the stuff that's been sensationalized across networks for ratings, like, they're all, guys, everybody's just selling soap. And I know that because that's what I do. Like, sure, is my show cool? Yeah, I love it. But it's only on the air because the advertising makes enough money for the network. Like, that's it. So the news is the same. The commercials pay for things, and people like to watch things that are sensationalized. And so our news media, by and large, is like a tabloid these days. So it's up to us to read good news. It's up to us to share good news. It's up to us to be the millions of new subscribers that the New York Times is receiving. Like, those things give me hope. When I see people saying, we're gonna push toward truth, we're gonna push toward honor, we're gonna push toward reality, we're not looking for clickbait headline, like, let's turn away from those things. Let's vote with our time, let's vote with our retweets, let's vote with where we spend our money. Every single thing that we do is watched, recorded, made into a statistic, becomes, you know, part of an infographic that some brand is looking at to try to figure out how to sell their soap. So let's support the things that matter. Let's support the things that will actually shift the pendulum. We hold all of the power, and especially women. When you look at who holds purchase power in America, it's women. It's us. So it's up to us, and we have to be, I think, first better to ourselves. We have to be not embarrassed to talk about our own bodies. Like, the fact that so many women are embarrassed to ask their doctors about their bodies, or embarrassed to, like, go to the Duane Reade and buy tampons, like, we have to stop. Yeah. This is so crazy. Something made us feel that way. We didn't grow up feeling that way. We weren't like little girls who were like, our bodies are weird. We were like playing with our friends and going to recess and climbing trees. Like, we gotta take it back a little bit. And I think it spans, it runs the gamut from everything from how we make informed decisions about our own bodies to how we show up and do what's right for our community and for our country.